Good afternoon, everyone, and a warm welcome to our keynote speaker for the last day of this faculty development program, Introduction to IoT and Machine Learning, Essential Skills for Smart Cities and Mobility. Today, we are delighted to announce the keynote speaker for today's session, that is harnessing explainable artificial intelligence for smart cities. Right? We are delighted to have with us Dr. Anand Nair, who is professor, scientist, vice chairman, research, and director of IoT and Intelligent Systems Lab at Dutan University, Vietnam. His specialization ranges from wireless sensor networks to swarm intelligence and network simulation. He is a certified professional with over 125 certificates. He has published 160 plus research papers in high impact journals and 70 plus conference papers, 50 plus book chapters with over 1 lakh plus citations and H index of 68 and I index of 267. He holds 18 Australian, 6 German, 4 Japanese, and 33 Indian, 1 US patent, and multiple copyrights. Recognized in Stanford's top 2% scientists in 2020 to 2022 and ranked number 2 in Vietnam on research.com. He is editor in chief of IGI Global's International Journal of Smart Vehicles and Smart Transportation and managing editor of IJKSS Scopus Q3. He has received 44 awards for teaching and research. I may be short in numbering his conference paper citations, etc., because it may have updated or grown many times since I have taken this data. So, sir, a warm welcome to you on this Atal FTP. Today, you will be taking harnessing explainable artificial intelligence for smart cities, in which you will touch upon enhancing transparency and trust in urban decision making. So the platform is all yours to begin. Okay, thank you, sir.
First of all, thank you, Vibha ma'am, for the introduction. And my high thanks to Dr. Pankaj Thakur for inviting me in this FDP program, which is quite really close to my heart with regard to IoT and machine learning for smart cities. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, I'm working in the area for smart cities, IoT, and artificial intelligence for more than like 12 years. And I have done lots of patents, publications, and contributions to lots of projects. In fact, recently I have been, you can say that visiting Korea and Australia, China, Taiwan, and I've been integrating with lots of projects with regard to artificial intelligence, autonomous robotics, and everything with regard to smart cities. So today, everybody, the lecture is quite close to my heart. In fact, when Dr. Pankaj has contacted me that, sir, you should be a speaker in one of our conferences, and in fact, our FDP program. In fact, I was literally a little bit, you can say, over happy because this type of topic is really close to my heart with regard to information towards smart cities and how AI can be useful in order to take smart cities to the next level. So, ladies and gentlemen, without wasting the time, I would like to open first of all with a brief introduction about me, about my lab, about my projects, and after that, I will be discussing about the agenda. And after one by one, I assume that some people know about explainable AI, but some people don't know about advancements of AI because still, if you talk of the many people, they only know that AI is all about machine learning and deep learning. But in fact, AI has enhanced to explainable AI, ethical AI. In fact, it is now progressing to, you can say, broadscape AI. And you can already see the news that now the chat GPT has launched O3 version, which will be having PhD level intelligence. In fact, I have not tested it because I was so busy in the conference today and your FDP program, but I will be testing it very soon. So lots and lots of things are happening in this world in terms of AI, smart cities. But the only thing is that there is no, you can say, static growth. Everything is like dynamic. Everything is changing. And of course, it is changing at a very high fashion. So today, everybody, I would be educating you with regard to how explainable AI will be helping for smart cities and smart mobility. but in fact, I have prepared lots of, you can say, research based directions for all of you, because this is one of the area that you can see some of the papers being published, but none of the paper is actually being published to communicate a certain solution to a problem. In fact, I have seen some of the papers when I was researching on this presentation, that some of the papers were only like a review paper, but many of the papers were not towards any architecture and any experimental based things. But I will be telling you what can be performed and what you can perform in your research. And of course, everybody, you are most welcome to ask me the questions at every intervals, because I will be giving you time one by one between the presentations, because I prepared three presentations for you. So in between, I will be giving you the time, and please don't hesitate to ask me the questions. And if any point of time you have any question, you can please place it on the chat box. And trust me, unless or until all your queries are not being solved, I will not disconnect the session. So please be comfortable. And in fact, if you have any query from your last sessions or anything you want me to repeat from any of the last sessions, which you have already heard from other keynote speakers or something like that, you are even most welcome to ask me. I will be more than happy. So don't consider me as your guest speaker, consider me as your mentor today, to guide you and to facilitate you to take you to the next level of the research. Okay. So let me share the screen. Vibha ma'am, can you see the screen, please? Hello.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, sir. It is
Okay.
visible.
Okay. Thank
Visible,
you.
sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
So everybody, let us start with some introduction and agenda. I will be discussing something about me, about my profile, and something about the lab that I have. And in fact, after that, if you want to associate with my lab, I will be telling you what opportunities I'm looking for, and of course, what kind of people we are looking for. So please, now rest assured that everything will be coming to you in a very easy and in a very technical manner. So please take your pen and paper and please note the important points. And of course, if there is any confusion or anything you want to ask to me, most welcome to ask me the questions at the end of the session, but keep your questions up and running in your chat box. So everyone, first of all, you can see that these are the three photos in front of you. So on the left-hand side, this is the photograph of Google I/O event, in which was organized by Google in Da Nang City, and my lecture was given the Best Lecture Award for Internet of Things in Industry 4.0. You can see on the on the right hand side, this is the photograph of the LoRaWAN communication. In fact, I designed my own LoRaWAN, and it is even better than Libelium. So we are even right now covering more than 3,184 kilometers. Right now, I'm having 2 German patents and 2 US patents in this area. And very soon we are enhancing the abilities in order to influence artificial intelligence and more autonomous capabilities in LoRaWAN communication. And considering my level of research, teaching, and contributions towards science and technology, I've been awarded as the Best Professor Award from the Da Nang government, from the university, from many other institutions like National University of Singapore also. So I'm the most highly decorated foreign professor in Vietnam. So here you can see my robot, and this robot has already been developed at and integrated at Da Nang International Airport. So if you come to Da Nang City, you can see that robot and you can talk to that robot with regard to your plans to visit in different sectors of Vietnam. You can even check your flight tickets, you can book your hotels. In fact, very recently we have integrated language model in this area, and you can even talk like a chat GPT based model with this robot. And very soon we are customizing this robot for hospitals, for hotels, and even for coffee shops. And I'm very much sure that this is the future, that we can integrate smart internet of robotic things with a real-time society, which can make it to a hyper society in the near future. And this is the smart owl. So today, if you talk of your Alexa, HomePods, or Google Home, you can just tell them that, okay, this is to be done, and they will perform you depending on the smart technology and gadgets that are being integrated. So what if I tell you that I can take this technology to the next level? This is a smart owl, and you can integrate with Alexa, HomePod, and Google Home. And suppose if there is nobody in the home, or the owl can give you the recommendations. In fact, if there is any humidity level problem or temperature problem, the owl can give you the recommendations that this can be performed. In fact, this is called the first and forefront hardware with regard to explainable AI and recommendation AI. And you can see this is the drone that is being developed. And right now we are working on lots of autonomous drones for agriculture, for industrial monitoring. And I will be showing you the projects that we have done for RC vehicles and everything in coming slides. So, as my introduction is already done, so I am working as a professor and full, you can say, scientist and a director for IoT Lab. I have published 250 papers, and today itself, I completed my 17,000 plus citations on Google Scholar. And on Scopus, I'm having H-index of 50. And I'm also the editor in chief of IJKSS Journal, which is a Scopus as well as Collaborate ESCI Index, which is Q3. And with the grace of God, this year, we are waiting that it will be as recommended as Q3 SCI Journal by Collaborate Web of Science. So I'm a certified drone pilot. I'm top 2% scientist in the world. As of today, I'm having the rank of 9963 overall. And I'm among the top scientists in the world in terms of IoT, sensor communications, wireless communications, and of course, artificial intelligence. I'm having 10 inventions, 125 plus patents, 100 books, and I've been awarded as 52 awards for my research and teaching. So this is my office and lab, and you can see on the right hand side, these are the top systems that we use for Intel, using Intel, AMD, and NVIDIA technology, and all the systems are using 2 to 3 terabyte of RAM. And we are also having the NAS, which is having 200 terabytes of storage. And we are also going to integrate very soon, that is the Mac Pro, which will be having 1 petabyte of basic storage. So this is my the robotics lab, and you can see in terms of my robotics and drones lab, we are working on lots of nanobots, hummingbots. In fact, we are working with the DJI company. We are working to make these robotics the next level. In fact, we are also in process to submit many of the Internet of Swarm drone based things, which are collaboratively working like a real time animals like ants and birds, and we can solve many collective problems that can be expandable to real time use cases. And this is everybody. I would like to inform you that right now this is the work in progress, and you can see this is one of the Atlas based robot, and we are having collaboration with 2 3 companies in China. And this robot is actually fitted with lidar. Now you can see my mouse here. This is the lidar technology. Now lidar technology is one of the best technologies if you talk of the autonomous vehicle in order to make decisions when the car is on the road. Okay, so which means that right now, if you talk of your lidar and the cameras, these are the eyes of the car, so that the car can see other vehicles, pedestrians, and even road signs and make the decisions accordingly. So similarly, we are working on many use cases for this type of robot. And this is my drones lab, and our focus right now is only on agriculture robotics, the FPV drones, and autonomous technology. And you will be happy to know that our lab has already created many of the customized DIY based drones, you can say robots and many things. And we have already fitted the Hero GoPro, and now we are in process to fit Osmo camera into our RC plane, and let us see that what we can do and what kind of clear 8K footage we can capture in the sky. And these are some of the, you can say, the drone space kits that you can see with DX5E, FlySky, CX20. And we have tons of the drones that we are experimenting. In fact, we have our proper state of the art drones lab with tons of technologies that you can imagine. So this is the first working RV plane that you can see, the DTU RC1, and it is in collaboration with one of the university in Korea. And very soon next year, we are working that there should be no remote control. We can even fly with some human gestures, and it can even do some autonomous aerial combat, aerial, you can say some aerial capability in the air. So this is the demonstration of the next version that you can see on our university in one of the conferences, which is right now called as a 5-star conference. That is the 7th International Conference on Control, Robotics and Informatics, where we demonstrated our own autonomous drone technology. And in terms of IoT Intelligence Systems Lab, we are working on a robotic arm for doctor's assistants. And till date, we have the efficiency of 88.67% and accuracy of 77%. But yes, you can say that this accuracy and efficiency is not very high as compared to medical profession. But still, if you talk of NVIDIA and autonomous technology, and in terms of smart computer vision with Python programming, this type of efficiency and accuracy is very good. But we are working day and night. We are working to increase this efficiency and accuracy to more than 93% by the middle of 2025. So this is the autonomous vehicle that we have already designed, and it is based on like a particular, you can say that we have tested it more than like 700 kilometers, and we are getting good results for smart monitoring. In fact, this type of autonomous vehicle we are customizing for agriculture monitoring also, that is known to be the AgroBot 1.0, which will be soon ready by April 2025. And this is the second version that you can see in terms of monitoring. So the first version that you have seen, it is working with Raspberry Pi, and this is the version that we are using with Jetson Nano. And now we all know that Nvidia has already launched the new board, which is based on smart semiconductors and advanced artificial intelligence, that is Nvidia Orion. So we have already ordered it, and most probably from January 15 we will be working on that Orion technology. So in our lab, we have tons of robotic kits, that in terms of Pi Racer robotic arms. We have our robotic kits in terms of Jetson AI robot, REX Evolution robot. So if there, so this is one of the robots that we are working in terms of collaboration of Swarm technology. So this is the Luca robot and MakeBot, and you can see that we have made it completely autonomous. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm very happy to inform you that we are working on one framework that all these robots can work with a common objective. Like suppose I have a building and I want to monitor the building in terms of temperature, humidity, and all those things. So these robots can even communicate with each other. They can collaborate with each other, and they can give the data live to the edge and cloud, so that the operator can even see the data and recommendations with on their mobile app. So we are working very hard in order to integrate all these platforms into one single platform. So this is not only the projects that we are doing. We are working on healthcare informatics. We are working on smart X-ray system. We are working on ECG system. We are working on bios and health. So there are tons of projects. But in terms of AI, because the lecture today focuses on AI, so I've shown you only my AI projects. But if in the future, if I have other lectures, so I show you that projects also. So I'm right now the visiting consultant for Eka Chain project. This is under FPT, and I'm also undergoing taking the project with regard to blockchain implementation with two hospitals in Vietnam and one in Thailand. Which means today, if you go to the hospital, so you don't have to fill any form. Every form will be filled with the help of the robot. So that robot will be in front of you. Robot will ask you the questions. So you will feed the data. That will be the medical data, and that medical data will be going as an electronic healthcare record, will be fully encrypted with SHA-2 using blockchain technology in the hospital database system. Because today, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to tell you that today the weakest target in the whole world for ransomware by the hackers is the hospitals. Hospitals are totally unsecure, but with this technology, we can make that data will be protected, and there will be no ransomware attack to maximum extent. So I'm doing some projects with regard to Vietnam, Korea under Chungbuk National University under Local 30, about $1 million with regard to LLM for business application. And very soon, everybody, I'm also going to launch my own cryptocurrency, because I'm also running my own IT company, which is based on Bitcoin mining in Hong Kong and of course in Malaysia. And soon they will be coming up with two more offices soon. So that is under the secret development of my own crypto tokens. So these are some of my links, and everywhere you can search my name. I'm like a public figure. So you can search me on Google ResearchGate. You can follow me on Scoopus. You can follow me on ResearchGate and all those links that you can think of. In fact, you can even see my regular articles, which is collaborated with Wipro Technology on open source for you and electronics for you. So with this, I would like to give you the brief agenda for today. I hope you are all happy with what I'm doing. And in fact, I'm ready to welcome all the suggestions that if you want me to work on something parallel, or if you want to be integrated with one of the project, most welcome, we will support you. So agenda will be that introduction to XAI. So I assume that you don't know XAI. So the beginning of wisdom is that I don't know. So please make sure that you learn XAI in a very proper manner. Only then you can use XAI for real-time use cases. After that, I will be telling you that how this XAI is actually working into industry, because I'm into industry, I'm into academia. And of course, in terms of industry, the only thing that is permanent, that is change. So at one time, industry was only working with deep learning techniques, but nowadays industry is more and more associated towards LLM and XAI integration, so that we can bring the artificial super intelligence to the next level. And that's the reason we are only changing the modes. We are integrating more and more models and algorithms, and we are making the accuracy and of course the throughput that is better and better in terms of detection and the projects that we can perform. And after that, I will be telling you the main part of today, that will be XAI and how it can be useful for smart cities. So it doesn't matter where you start, everybody. The only thing is to begin. Beginning is very important, and beginning is the difficult part. So to just begin, just research, and don't get, you can say, demotivated, because research is not an easy game. You have to learn a lot, you have to contribute a lot, and you have to keep on learning. So let's begin the journey with a great motivation that you are here to learn and you want to learn, you want to open your minds, and you are staying motivated to learn about XAI technology. So everyone, I hope you can see the presentation. Can you confirm me? Hello? Madam, can you confirm me? Can you see the presentation?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is
Yes,
visible.
sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. So first of all, everybody, I have made these presentations in such a manner that I don't want to give you any you can say boring presentation. My all presentations are to the heart, created for you so that you can understand the concept. So remember, please because understand this is not going to be an easy concept because I'm going to go for level number 3 because I already discussed with Dr. Pankaj before I delivered this presentation for that I assume that you already know little bit, not but a high level of machine learning and deep learning. Okay, but still if you have any concept that is not being clear to you of machine learning and deep learning, you can ask me at the end of the lecture. But remember, explainable artificial intelligence is not the base. It is actually the foundation. It is the intermediate, or I can say the highest level. That is the highest level of AI. And after that, you can touch the LLM models. So remember, I'm not going to talk from the basic. I will talk from the high level, but I will talk from the low level of the high level so that you can all understand the explainable artificial intelligence. Now, everybody, let us talk about artificial intelligence. And what we know that artificial intelligence is like a science and art to make machines intelligent. But the main thing is how to make the machines intelligent. You have to program, you have to make some algorithms, you have to make some models, and then you have to reprogram those models in order to fit in some artificial brain. And that brain based coding should be going in a chip, and that chip will be working with the different sensors and actuators of a real cyber physical system in order to perform the task. Similarly, if I say you, let us move the robot in a particular line. So you will code that how the line following robot should look like, and that coding will be into embedded C or Python. After that, you need a microcontroller in order to shift that coding into that controller of that robot, and that controller will be actually taking the control of the robot arms and of course all the components of the robot, and the robot will be moving further. Now it all depends on the quality of the algorithm. But now, ladies and gentlemen, what is called explainable? Now today, if you talk of machine learning and deep learning, you are getting the data that is 0.99, 0.869, 0. This and what is that? This is data. So what if I tell you that I add one more capability to artificial intelligence or to that existing model, that now the data is not only a data, but the data will be speaking to me. So that is called explainable artificial intelligence, when the data is actually being spoken and make me learn that what exactly is the prediction being done on the basis of the model that is being done. So remember, if suppose today I make a model like a deep learning model for breast cancer detection, and after the end of the day, I just know that my model is getting results up to 0.98%. But what if I tell you that if I add one more layer of explainable artificial intelligence, it will not give me the data will be there, but will also explain me that your model is actually accurate by 99.7%. And this is what are the basic intermediaries you can compensate, and this is where the data set has the limitations, which means AI is actually talking to me. So that is called explainable artificial intelligence, but I will explain to you with more diagrams and more case studies in this coming presentation. So remember everybody, why there is need for explainable AI. This is $1 million question. So if you see what is an AI system, we are entering a new age. Machine learning is the core technology, and machine learning models are quite difficult, non-intuitive, very difficult to understand. Because remember, today machine learning and deep learning is there, but it is not an interactive model. It is quite difficult to understand because you need to understand what the data is all about, what kind of data is getting generated, how it is generated, and what the data means to you, which means everything is under your manual control. But remember, if you talk of the current generation systems, we need that the effectiveness of the machines need to explain the decisions. Now I want that whatever the machine is giving me the data, machine should explain that decision. Now suppose if I suppose make that there is a data of a stock of Microsoft and Intel, and I just ask the machine that this is the model, now learn and now predict for me that which share I should invest in next 6 years. So at one time it will just show you Microsoft is number number one and Intel is number two, like the graphs. But now the machine will tell me you should invest into Microsoft because we have seen the growth of 37.8% in last 6 quarters, and Microsoft is giving this benefits as compared to Intel. It means I'm getting some reliable information, which means the data and my model is actually speaking to me that what is actually being predicted and what is the decision that I can make. That is called explainable artificial intelligence. So that's the reason that you can see the user here, that what should I do, what we need something, what do you succeed, why do you fail, when can I trust you. All these questions can be understood with the help of explainable artificial intelligence. So you can see this is a definition right now in front of you. Explainable AI will be essential if users are able to understand, appropriate trust, easily manage whatever the income or incoming data that is being generated by artificial intelligence. So you can say that I am putting the data in the full steroids, that what exactly the data wants to communicate, it is being explained to me. That's the answer, that explainable artificial intelligence is one of the most wanted technology, because machine learning and deep learning, it is not intuitive. It is difficult to understand. So you can see, everybody, if you talk of the deep learning neural network, how they work, you can see that if you talk of the deep learning neural network, there is an input layer, there is a hidden layer. Now it all depends on the number of epochs, that it all depends on the number of soft max layers that is actually over there, and there is an output layer. But remember, I will be able to add one more layer that is going to take the data, and then it is able to make the explainable predictions, that what exactly you have done in terms of machine learning and deep learning. That's the reason that if there is an input of some dog, you can not only say that it is a dog, the machine will give you the answer that I predict that this is a German Shepherd with 99% accuracy. This man is not looking happy, this lady is becoming sad, and this child is very happy and it is playing the ball. So that is what you can say, that if you talk of Apple intelligence today, Apple intelligence is all about at the back end, deep learning is working, but at the front end, for the user to make everything intuitive and expressible, the explainable artificial intelligence is working. That's the reason today industries are actually in a huge demand for professionals who can understand explainable artificial intelligence. So you can see now, this is what you can understand. I will give you the brief explanation. So you can see, understand that if you talk of the above diagram before this line, this one, everybody, this is actually machine learning. Now see this, today we have some training data. Now understand, data is like I can say unstructured data. We have images, we have sound, we have videos, we have blogs. Everything is unstructured. That's why we have to perform some pre-processing in order to start the learning process, because remember, garbage in, garbage out. Now after that, when the machine has performed the learn function with the power of machine learning or deep learning, whatever the model you're using over here, whether it is SVM, linear regression, random forest, or whether you're using CNN, RNN, after that you can see the output that this is a cat. Now this is the prediction, that is 0.93. Now the user say what I should do, that why not something else, how I should correct the error, how I should correct the error, what this image wants to make me understand. So you can see that today you just have this number, that 0.93%, this is a cat. But understand, everybody, what is this? This is all junk for me. But now if you talk of tomorrow, the learning process will be there, but we will have some explainable model, and it will explain to me that this is a cat because it has fur, it has whiskers, it has claw. So this makes sense, that I don't need the data today. I just need that how it is justified as a cat. Why, if suppose if I put the x-ray of a woman breast, how it is justifying that this woman is having stage 1 breast cancer, or there is no breast cancer, or there is a prediction that considering the present situation of the woman breast condition, the cancer can be activated in next 3 years. So that's my answer today. Doctors don't need AI with just make some prediction and just giving some little bit of data. Doctor need justification with proper explanation, that what is happening with the model and what is happening with the input data, so that the output can be justified and trusted to make the next level of decisions. So what we are trying to do, everybody, that we want to do today, that we want to make some data, and we have some learning process, we have some learning function and the output. But remember, for tomorrow, we are adding explainable artificial intelligence. It will understand why, it will understand the evidence, it will clearly say how to investigate. And that's the answer, everybody, that if you have seen many movies where the robot was actually talking to you and actually it is explaining the thing that why I'm making the decision, this is actually called explainable artificial intelligence. So you can see, everybody, now if in fact I can give you one more example, that if today if you go to Google Maps and I want to go from point A to point B, and Google Map will show you that this is the way, and you can say that Google Map will just say that this road has traffic, okay, or Google Map will just show you the red line, it means that this is congested. So Google Map can even talk to you that don't take this route, and you can take this route because on that route there is lots of traffic problems and there is even a prediction of accident, which means that Google Map is actually talking to me and it is making me support that I should make a good decision rather than to make a bad decisions. So that's the reason, everybody, today artificial intelligence should not be only about data and only just like basic descriptions. It needs explanation with proper justification so that the trust and ethicalness and of course the privacy matters go to the highest level. So you can see, everybody, if you talk of explainable artificial intelligence, it is again a suite of machine learning and deep learning techniques, and we are able to produce more explainable models with prediction accuracy. In fact, the highest prediction accuracy we need, that today, if I have the blockchain based data, if I have the exchange data of blockchain and Bitcoins from last 2 years, and if I just ask that I am having $25,000 and I want to invest into Bitcoin with more than less than 30% of the risk. So now remember, now if the machine learning model can give you the answer that, okay, invest into Dogecoin, invest into this NFT token, invest into this currency, Ethereum or XRD, and invest like this one, why it is giving you the decision that, okay, that if you say that it is less than 30%, Ethereum has never crashed. This token has already given 50% of advantage. This token is already at the start and it has the highest potential to increase because of these parameters. Now remember, if we put these type of models to stock exchange prediction, if we put these type of models to medical technology for forest fire, and of course for smart city, the level of intelligence will take us to the next level. That's the reason, everybody, today industries want that only AI based products should be generated. In fact, today, rather than to have the Apple Watch, now remember, I'm using Apple Watch. Apple Watch can only give you that I detected that there is some problem with your heart variations. Now Apple Watch can only give you the data that I detected, but rather than Apple Watch should give me a message that I believe that there is some problem with your blood pressure and your temperature level is not looking normal. It is better that you are tired. I feel you are tired, you are over exhausted, so go to home, relax, otherwise I predict that your blood pressure can even lead to this problem. So remember, now this is called getting the data, analyzing the data, making some prediction and explaining that predictions to me. Now you understand, if I add explainable AI to our smart gadgets like Apple Watch or Samsung Watch, what would be the next level of healthcare and what kind of next level of exercise based prediction for the people. Now that is called, we say that we increase the appropriate trust and effectively manage the generation of the next level of partnership with regard to artificial intelligence. Now, if you talk of effectiveness, you can see that there is a framework. Now, there is a task and you need some recommendation, action, or decision. So same, if I want that, okay, there are tons of the clients and I want to make some prediction that which client should be appropriated first, what should be the timeline and everything. This is how we can measure the explainable effectiveness. So you can do in terms of user satisfaction, mental model, task performance, trust assessment, correctability. So the same parameters that you use in machine learning and deep learning, like F1 score, throughput, error control, you can even put the effectiveness parameters that I need with regard to task performance, assessments, and correctability. So same, if I have the artificial intelligence, or you can say I put the Excel base sheet in that model and I want to predict that which is the student who has the highest possibility that he can crack the IIT exam. Now imagine we can have the result and we have to work more in order to make that model better, and we can predict that who can be the future IIT toppers or the best students in the near future. So that's how, everybody, that the data will not only be at the rest or will just not only be the data, it will be actually talking to me, recommending me, and making predictions and decisions for me. That's the answer for explainable AI. So you can see in terms of performance versus explainability, we have the learning techniques in terms of neural nets, that is deep learning. And after that, we have tons of graphical models, Bayesian nets. But now, everybody, all these models will be going to explainability models. Now, Many people will ask me that, sir, who are these explainability models? We have never heard of that. There are not any sort of explainability models. You have to add extra layer of learning procedures where actually there will be a model of explainable AI, that is called XAI model, in which you just add extra layer with your machine learning model, so that the data that is being predicted by these models will go to that layer, and that layer will make the predictions depending on the numbers that is getting from these models. So remember, it is just like adding an extra layer of voice to your data. So that is called explainable artificial intelligence. So you can see, in terms of your new approach, we can create a new suitability, new approach, new suitability for explainable models. So we have the deep explanation, interpretable models, and model induction. So right now, transfer learning is there. We have the ensemble learning. We are performing lots of research in terms of LLM models, Llama 3.2. In fact, today, Chat GPT can even talk to you. So that is also called explainable artificial intelligence. So if suppose you have seen that YouTube movie where there was a child and there was a man who just wanted to ask Chat GPT that, okay, I want to learn trigonometry, give me some question and everything. So Chat GPT was taking everything on that iPad screen, detecting what is happening, and it is actually making the explanation that, okay, your answer is okay, but where your answer is not okay, this is the answer. So Chat GPT is actually the highest form of explainable artificial intelligence when it comes to voice, and it wants to come with the data predictions and everything. So these are some of the challenging problems, and this is what you can understand, and you can do your research, that what about multimedia data, and what about SITL, like a remote sensing based data, or you can say a flood based data. So that's the reason, everybody, that where the classification learning and reinforcement learning task is happening, this is a very actual, highly classified problem that you need to understand and you need to solve. So these are some of the XA concept and technical approaches in front of you. So we have the training data. We are performing new learning process, whether it is a deep learning or whether you're using the LLM models. After that, we have the explainable model and we have the explainable interface. So remember, everybody, today, if you talk of the best explainable artificial intelligence learning, it is reinforcement learning. But right now, the Chat GPT is using not reinforcement learning. In fact, Chat GPT uses reinforcement learning with human feedback, RLHF. So this is the highest form of the model of explainable AI that is actually being used as a language model in order to interpret the data, generate the data, and explain the data, and of course, recommend the data. So remember, everybody, when you talk of different types of universities, everybody is working on 3-level explanations: acceptance testing, decision diagrams, and interactive visualization. Now, it all depends on you, whether you want the text, whether you want the graphs, or whether you want some video-based predictions. Everything can be done, but explainable AI will be having highest technical approaches that we have never seen before. So these are some of the approaches to deep explanation. You can see that there are some of the attention mechanisms, modular networks, feature identification, learning to explain. So that's the answer, everybody. If you already know what is CNN, RNN, you know what the generator, and of course, today I will not be discussing about language model, but language models are all about transformers, which are actually taking one information and generating the information using the model with RLHF. But of course, today we have the decoder to decoder models, and with the advancements with regard to neural network modules, we can actually have the deep explanation to these models that we have never seen before. So this is one of the examples of smart cities today, the deeply explainable AI for self-driving cars. I hope you have seen that movie, Mars Attacks. You have seen that movie, Total Recall, where Arnold Schwarzenegger was there, deported or teleported to Mars, and he was talking to that autonomous vehicle that I want to go here, and the car was making the decision. So similarly, car is not only making the decision, but car is actually explaining that I should not stop here, we should not stop here, we can stop here, and all those things. So similarly, if you are sitting in the car of the future and you are just feeling very sad, so the car can generate the can detect your mood, and it can ask you, I feel that you're looking very sad, but I think that you should play some music. Similarly, if you have seen that movie of John Abraham Attack, in which they planted the artificial intelligence, okay, so similarly he was actually talking that basic intelligence was learning from his brain that you are thinking more about your lover, and you are thinking more about this person, so what I should do, and all these things. So actually it was explaining the things to that because of the data that is getting generated from the neural modules of the human intelligence. So that's the answer, everybody. If you talk of action description and justification, so the car accelerates because the light is turned green. The car should stop because the light has turned to red. So similarly, this is all about explainable. Now, suppose if I'm sitting in a autonomous vehicle and the vehicle stops. So I just ask the car, why did you stop? The car can say that there is one pedestrian that is crossing. So unless they don't cross, I have to stop. So if I ask another condition, why you are stopping here? So the car can say, I always say that I always have seen that you stop on this dhaba and these restaurants. So I think that you need the food over there. So that's why I stopped. So similarly, everybody, the car is learning with the neural networks and explaining that data and becoming more efficient. And of course, with more explainable AI, we can make more visual attention models to appropriately explain the behavior and make the decisions. So what we are trying to do today, I've already explained to you. Sorry. Okay. So you can see, everybody, that there is another model in terms of strong agent policy, that if today you are playing the games, the car can the games can even visualize that, okay, where you are right, where you are wrong. Similarly, everybody, I would like to tell you, in fact, you will be happy to know that just 5 days before, I just cracked my Azure examination. Now, Azure examination is one of the toughest exam in Microsoft. I passed that examination in 94%. In fact, you will be shocked to know what I'm going to explain to you, that once my exam was finished, they sent me one video from artificial intelligence. And it was a video that was telling me that I observed that you are giving the answers very correctly of the storage, of the security, of the IoT, and of course with integration. But where you lag is actually with visual interface. Where you are lagging is basically with regard to high-end database handling. So these are the areas that you should focus. Now imagine, everybody, with this plan of set of the activities, I came to know where I am good, where I am weak. Now this is also called explainable AI, that is actually learning that how I was giving the exam, where I was right, where I was wrong, which questions I should practice more, what is the area I need to focus more. So in fact, it has even recommended me the various learning resources, and it has even recommended that, okay, it is better that you should book this module and you should retrain yourself. Now, what is happening? This is actually called learning with the data and recommending that what exactly can be done in order to make it more efficient. Similarly, the form of games, how you can become the good gamer in Tetris, how you can become an action gamer. This is all happening with regard to the RL agents that is happening. So in fact, the AI agents are also called explainable AI agents. So these are some of the 4 modes of explanation that you can see in terms of analytical statements, visualization, cases, and of course, alternative choices. Now, it all depends on you what kind of project you are doing, and in that project, what kind of extra layer you are putting. Okay, so at one time when you give the online exam, you can just get the data that, okay, you are good into 80%, you're good here, 40% you're good here, and we are recommending that you can do like this and that. But today, the AI is actually making the certification authority is making an AI agent that tell me that where you are right, where you are wrong, and if you want to improve that particular weak thing, this is what you should perform. So this is what is called mind-blowing exercise and mind-blowing interactive experience from Microsoft. And of course, it is coming soon to Alibaba and Cisco. So these are some of the examples that you can see, that user receives explanation, user revises the mental model, user enables better performance. And that's what you can say. What is XA process? It is to receive, revise, and enable. And of course, the XA matrices are all about initial assessments and of course, testing, engaging, and enabling. So that is the $1,000,000 diagram that you can see. And of course, everybody, I would like to suggest you take the photo of this slide, very important slide, that you should understand what is the model and what is the process of XAI. So remember, there is a process at the end of the user and there is a metric in terms at the end of the artificial intelligence. So remember, everybody, where process and metrics work together on the basis of the data that is being generated and of course being calculated at the end of the model, that layer is called explainable artificial intelligence. So that's the best explanation I can give it to you with example, with the real-time case study, with industry. And now you can find that what you can perform your research, that if you're working with some fault detection model or you're working with some computer vision model, what you can do as an extra layer, that you can made that model not only stopping with the data, but it is actually improving more with explainable artificial intelligence. So these are some of the news that you can see in terms of XA with regard to MIT, the military embedded systems, executive biz, New York Time magazine. But I can give you 1,000 examples of explainable AI in terms of that type of things. Okay. So with this, everybody, I wind up my presentation number one. And before I move to presentation number two, I would like to suggest all of you to please give some feedback that what is happening. And of course, if there is any question till now with regard to explainable artificial intelligence in terms of the concept, architecture, its related methodology, the terminology, most welcome for next 2 minutes. Thank you. Pankaj sir, we will start after 2 minutes. Till then, we have the question answer session for presentation number one.
Okay, sir. Sure.
Yes, anybody who
You
wants
want
anybody who
Yes.
wants to interact with me for if there is any question, most welcome to put it on the chat box. I have already opened the chat box in front of you, and if there is any thing you want to interact with me, unmute yourself and you can ask me. No problems. Sir, please let everyone
participants.
see the messages, please. Thank you. Pankaj sir, please let everyone to send the messages and everyone can unmute for 1 minute or 2 minutes. They can interact with me.
Sir, uh, as you suggest that we have to use the XAI model in
Yes,
between when we train the data, and after that the two process, like one is the
yes,
model and another one is the layer. So
yes.
when we train the data with the help of deep learning or machine learning algorithm, so after
Mhm.
that how we apply this XI model, or
After
which
that,
algorithm will help to.
after that, you have to add some more coding with regard to the AI agents, with regard to reinforcement learning, that is human feedback. So there are lots of models that you can do. In fact, today, if you talk of federated learning, it is also providing XA capabilities. In fact, if you talk of transfer learning, in fact, if you talk of reinforcement learning with human feedback, in fact, if you talk of RAGs of today, the voice-based agents, these are all explainable artificial intelligence. So once you are done with the model, now after that, the next part, or you can say the next aspect, that will be the plus aspect with your model, will be explainable artificial intelligence.
So this next part is like that we have taken the feedback from the user, and
No,
after
no,
that
no, no, no,
on
no.
the basis of this
We have,
feedback we can train model.
we have already trained the model on the data. We already got the discussion, we already got the feedback and output from that model. Now it is a time that AI should learn from that data, depending what has been generated and what has been acquired, and give you the feedback, and regarding it, it can give you some recommendations and predictions regarding what is to be performed. Similarly, I give you the example again, that you make a machine learning model with regard to support vector machines and random forest on stock market data. Now you downloaded a data of last 5 years of Infosys and Wipro, and you got that prediction that, okay, Infosys is getting better results in next 4 months, or Infosys is better like that. Now I will add extra layer of reinforcement learning with human feedback, with either transfer learning or federated learning, that, okay, now this is the data. Now tell me what is to be done. Now it will actually make the intelligence to next level, that, okay, I actually presume that the Infosys data is better because of these vital parameters, so I suggest that you should invest into Infosys. That's my answer. Got it, Mr. Vinay?
Yes sir, yes sir.
Yeah, thank you.
So this is the beneficial for the when we are training the LLM model, like
Of course,
language processing or
because today,
NLP.
yeah, because actually today, actually, I'm not discussing about. In fact, today I'm not working on explainable AI. I'm working on AI agents, LLMs, and RAGs, in which automatically there is a one feature you just have to enable if you're using LM Studio or all these collab-based materials. If you are programming AI agent today, they also give you the power capability that you can add XAI based layer, and you can even add more predictions and usability and viability over the data, so that data becomes more you can say through, and of course it can be more responsible and ethical. That's my answer.
As my research area is NLP, I'm working on
Yes.
the language identification and other. So how
Okay.
we can use this AI agent to train my model?
In terms of AI agent, if you're talking about language generation and all those things, it is better that first of all you find out the problem, that what kind of language model you want to study first of all. Then you have to go to language model studio and you have to download these llama models. You have to download the Quinn model, the Gemini model, the Phi model. In fact, you have to study chat GPT, that what are the models in which specific language modeling can be proper. After that, you can make that particular AI agent with RAG, that is enabled with LM Studio, and you can reprogram them with Visual Studio Code or Python code in order to predict that what kind of generations can be happened and what kind of models you can generate. That's my answer.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah. But remember, always remember, you have to keep the data as big as possible. Because if you talk of NLP today, nobody works on NLP. But if you want to enhance it, you have to work with highest possible data sets so that prediction, analysis, and everything can be performed in highly trained manner. Okay.
As I'm working on the some regional languages that are not that much of the big data, so I'm training the
So,
model on the basis of
oh,
my
that's a problem.
own data
That's a
set.
problem. You have to no. If you talk of explainable AI, the data is assumed that it is like more than like a like millions of billions of bytes of data. We assume that.
Uh,
Otherwise,
so
what prediction you will do in terms of the data set that is only having like 16,000 entities and attributes? What is the meaning of that
because
data?
in the regional language that much not of the that much of the dictionary
You
and
have
that
to
much of
enhance
not
it.
the data
Then
set.
you, then you enhance it. You add some more real-time data with that. In fact,
Okay.
you just message me. I will get you some of the data sets. In fact, you should search on data sets from Hugging Face, and of course from you can say like Google based data set search. So use that basic things, and of course I can you can just go to LinkedIn and you can follow some of the machine learning and deep learning based things. They have made lots of public data sets based links available, and you can download them. And trust me, you will be fetched up with lots of data. Okay.
Sir, please share your mail ID or so contact
I
number
will share.
anything.
I will
So
share everything with you. Don't worry. Okay. So I take the
uh,
another question by Saritha Dittakavi. Can AI add emotion or sentiment to explanation? No. AI is still having no emotions and sentiments. What the AI will perform is to just make the predictions on the basis of the visualization or, of course, the data at the backend. We can't add emotions. It was actually seen in the picture called Chitti, that is by robot, by Rajnikant. That robot has developed emotions, but in real time, we are still very far, very, you can say, out from that particular boundary when robots or AI can have emotions. It is not possible. Okay. Now the next question is, what is the difference between NN models and XA models? The XA models are actually the extension of neural network models. I have already told you that you can use machine learning and neural network or a CNN model or support vector machines or anything. You have to add one more layer on that particular model so that what is happening with that data, you don't have the particular numbers. You can add explanation for that data. So XAI is actually is an extension of the neural networks. Okay, so if you say that we have a XA model, it is actually a model that is having the one component that is of neural networks, that is component of performing some action on the data, and then you add plus, that is the one is called neural network, that is called plus, and then it is called XA. So that is called both model, that is called the XA model. So that's my answer. Okay. Any other question? I hope everybody is listening to me and everybody is getting all their queries solved up. But trust me, this is not an easy technology. You have to learn very slowly. That's why I'm answering all the questions one by one. Okay. Still, if there is any question, I can give you 1 minute. Thank you. Pankaj sir, any feedback from the participants? Please take it note. Thank you.
Yes, sir, sure.
Yeah. Participants, any other question before we proceed to XA in industry, which you will all enjoy? And of course, I'm 100% sure before we come to smart cities and everything, you will be all very much trained with regard to that. Okay. And everyone, I would like to suggest you that just last night, in fact, I was busy because, in fact, Dr. Pankaj also knows when he called me what was my condition, because I was totally dead tired because of the other FDP programs and other thing. In fact, our university is organizing RIVF conference and other keynotes are there. Many things are happening. But I didn't tested the Chat GPT o3 model. It has already come. So please test that. In fact, if the time allows me, I will go to YouTube and I will tell you some of the YouTube channels you should subscribe right now. And I will tell you one website where you can get Chat GPT 4 or 4o and all those paid models free of cost, which I will tell you. In fact, I can even demonstrate how to hack ChatGPT in 5 minutes, and you can become like a master prompt engineer using ChatGPT. You can hack them. So I will tell you how to hack it if the time allows to me. Okay. So anyways, no problem. I will continue with XA industry. Sir, can you see my presentation, please? Thank you. Pankaj sir, can you see the presentation?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Thank you so much, sir. So everybody, now it is one of my master presentations that I have created for you, but I will not go in the technical depth. And I'm happy to inform you that after this presentation, everybody, I will be giving you this presentation, that is XAI in industry, to Dr. Pankaj. And Pankaj sir, you are welcome to please share this presentation to all of them. Okay, sir. Thank you. So everybody, now the next part of the presentation will be explainable AI in industry, which is actually a presentation I drafted for you so that in industry you can take, either you are taking into government, whether you are taking software companies, or whether you are taking some researcher industry, or whether you are taking mobile companies, anything. Explainable AI is one of the popular ways that right now industry is moving. In fact, today, remember everybody, Chat GPT was nothing. It was just like a language translator, like decoder to decoder. But Chat GPT became more and more flexible when the voice capabilities, the visual capabilities came to Chat GPT. Okay, so remember, Chat GPT is one of right now the highest example in front of us that what explainable AI is all about, because ChatGPT is explaining the things, it is learning the things, it is making recommendations, predictions, whatever it is. So everybody, the agenda is in front of you. I will be discussing about AI explainability, foundation and techniques, explainability concepts, post-hoc capability, AI explainability, and after that, I will tell you about key takeaways and challenges. And then I come to my last presentation that you can see in front of me, explainable AI for smart cities. But in that, I will be only discussing the technologies, the terminologies, and I will tell you what exactly will be the main components for your research. Then the house will be open for a little bit practical, depending on the time. So everybody, you can see this is the third wave of AI. Now AI is actually becoming more and more. So at one time it was only symbolic AI when we have the logic rules. Now I hope everybody knows about fuzzy logic. If it is this, then it will be there. In fact, it was only based on representation of knowledge, but it was having no clear learning capability and poor handling of uncertainty. That's why the fuzzy logics today don't exist. In fact, no doubt, it is a wrong statement from my side that it doesn't exist, but in fact it exists, but we can't trust the fuzzy logics to the highest level of uncertain data. That's the reason today the data is you can say unstructured. So for unstructured data, fuzzy logics don't work. Okay, then we came to statistical AI, and I hope everybody knows about statistical AI, that is called machine learning and deep learning. Now that makes sense that why today machine learning and deep learning requires high level knowledge of statistics and mathematics, because statistical model are actually being specific for training on big data. Now remember, what is data set? Data set is actually a representation of data in terms of entities and attributes, but the data is very big. And for the big data, you need to perform some analysis with regard to statistical models, which are actually based on mathematics. So the problem was no contextual capability and explainability was almost nothing, but we have received a high level degree of accuracy. But now came everybody, this is the today, that is the third wave of AI, but the fourth wave will be based on responsible, ethical, and artificial superintelligence. But we will work on that, but let us wait for something. So explainable AI, which means that it can construct explanatory models. So today, if you talk of your AI agents today, these are the best explanatory models today. If you talk of today, in fact, today RAG sub models are going to happen. Like suppose I'm a physics professor and I don't want to use the complete Chat GPT. I just want that I want entire AI should be aggregated with regard to physics. So that is called the sub Chat GPT based LLM model with RAG technology and with internet capability. So you can say systems can learn, reason new tasks and situations. That's the answer, that why we need explainable AI, that I want that data should speak to me, data should recommend me something, and data should guide me something. So further advancements, you can see that we have the GPU on chip on network. And of course, everybody today agree with me that today, if you want to buy a laptop, you can see that we have the chip over there. So we have the Ryzen chips, we have the Core Ultra 9 Meteor Lake. In fact, I'm using right now the Meteor Lake laptop. I'm using Lenovo ThinkBook XAI. This is the XAI laptop, which is having artificial intelligence on the chip. So data availability, cloud infrastructure, and of course, everybody, new and new algorithms are coming and coming. They will never stop. They will be coming up. They will be improved. Every day we can see the new models. So why we need explanation? You can see that today, if you talk of the current AI systems, machine learning is basically opaque, non-intuitive, and difficult to understand when it comes to finance, marketing, language reasoning, security, logistics. So the user says, I don't know what to do. Machine learning is non-intuitive. Deep learning is non-intuitive. So remember everybody, in order to make the future customers to understand, trust, and effectively manage the emerging generations of AI applications like AI agents and chat GPT, that is my answer. Now imagine everybody today, if you are working as a student, like today, as Mr. Vinay has told me that, sir, I have a data set, now what to do? Now he can just use the paid version of chat GPT, just put that data set and and he can just type one prompt that please explain this data set and generate some Python code for these operations. And trust me, this type of prompt, I will help you how to make it better with chat GPT. That is called hacking chat GPT. Chat GPT will give the answers, but if you're using the 20 version or pro version, you can even add explanations to that data, that chat GPT will explain to you that this is the data set and this is what it is happening. So that is called everybody that I don't want to only code in Python and get the data, getting the epochs, retraining, and getting the graphs and all those things, bullshit things, or only like you say the non-interactive things. I want explainable AI. That's why I'm telling you that right now the learning that we are using is reinforcement learning with human feedback. That is where Chat GPT actually bases its functionality. So you can see everybody, if you talk of black box industry, it is creating the risk. And of course, we can find tons and tons of companies adopting it. So if you talk of this, that black box creating confusion, so what is the happening is that we have poor decisions in terms of business owner, customer support, IT operations, data scientist, internal audit. So today, the most issue problem is that today, if suppose I'm the guide of Mr. Vinay, and Mr. Vinay comes to me that, sir, I have used support vector machine on RNN on this data set, and we are getting this results. Now, 90% the students will fail. And I ask him, justify why RNN? Why not the latest LLM models? Why not you have used this model? Justify. The problem today is, this is the biggest problem, that we don't have explanations. Today, remember everybody, don't think that Chat GPT has answers to everything. I will show you one of the website in which if today you want to do the programming code generation, then you have to use Claude. If today you want to generate some information with regard to any of the computer science and physics problem, we have Gemini. If you want to generate the information, or you want to re-explain that information in a depth manner, then we have Chat GPT. Every language model, depending on the tokens, depending on its study, it is actually happening. Otherwise, don't think that Gemini or you can say Chat GPT or Google or Claude or Microsoft Phi, they are the same. No, they have different levels of intelligence, and they are different in terms of their thinking, and of course in terms of predictions. So remember, it is same like the class toppers. If suppose you have 5 different sections like class 10th A, B, C, and D, and there are 4 toppers, it doesn't mean that all of them are good into science. They are all good into mathematics. Suppose I'm the topper, I'm good into maths. Another topper is not that good into maths, it is good into science. Another person is very good into English and mathematics. So it all depends. You have to understand, you have to learn, you have to define, and then you have to find that which is the best model that needs to be predicted. That's why explainable AI is actually you can say solving that confusion. That's my answer. So this is the answer, everybody, that black box is what, that we have the data set and we have the black box AI, and we make the recommendation. So I'm the guide. I can say you, why did you do that? Why did you not do that? Why did you success? How did you correct the error? This is my answers. Today, this is a confusion. Today, whether you have a data set or any problem, I will ask you 100 questions and you will be silent. But today with explainable AI, we have proper explainable artificial intelligence with proper machine learning at one end, and we have the proper decision and explanations that why I did this, why not I did this, why I succeeded, and how I trust you. That's my answer for explainable AI. So explainable AI, you can see that if you talk of autonomous cars, it crashes because it recognizes wrong. AI medical diagnosis systems can even misclassify patients' diseases. That's the answer. That if you talk of standard ML, now this is standard ML and standard DL. We have data, we have ML model, and this is prediction. This is what we do today, of course. But remember, generalization errors are there. It is an error. I can challenge you. But today with interoperable ML, or if you talk of explainable ML, we have interoperability. We have verified predictions with regard to human experience. why it is happening, how it is happening, why I'm recommending you to buy this stock, why I'm not recommending you to buy this stock. So that's my answer. So it's not about human move. I have seen a human play this move, but the main thing is today, remember, if you're playing the chess, so you can even add chat GPT as a camera. So why you are moving this, why not you should move that, because the player can do like this and that. This is what we can say explanation. Why it is happening, why you have taken this. So the ask questions, more and more questions. So in terms of deep learning sites, you can see we have all seen COVID-19 vaccination. Again, it was good, it was terrible, we don't know. But the main thing is we can find many genes that can be linked to cancer. We can identify blind sites. Today, even there is no medicine for brain tumor. Today, still there is no proper medicine for AIDS. There is no medicine for blood cancer. So how we can mutate the genes, how we can create an artificial human, and how we can explain that particular impact of that disease. This is all happening with Stanford University, where they've created artificial human and they're injecting the particular DNAs and particular vaccinations, and they're getting the recommendation that now this person is in this state and we should not use this type of thing. So remember everybody, why explainability? Because debug, it means mispredictions. Remember, using only ML and DL in your work, it is not enough. It is going to be having a generalization errors. So you can see everybody, if you talk of explainability, laws against discrimination, whether we talk of citizenship, sex, age, race, any status. So this is what you can say in terms of artificial intelligence, that what we expect: fairness, privacy, transparency, explainability. And I hope now everybody, you will understand that why we need explainable AI, because we need to have the data and predictions to be fair. We need to keep the data private. We need to have transparency, what is happening, and we need proper explanations. That's the reason, everybody, that these are the 4 pillars where your future AI agents, the chat GPT, everything should be built up. Today, remember everybody, maybe from next year, I will ask if any thesis comes to me that, sir, this is the thesis based on deep learning for this type of detection, or we have done this type of thing. So I will automatically ask this guy, recommend this panel that asks this question: how this model is getting transparency, fairness, and explainability feature. How did you justify that? So this is my answer. Today, if you are learning into AI or doing some research, follow these 3 parameters at least. Privacy, no problem. Fairness, transparency, and explainability is very important. So I just come to this one now, because this you can read at your home. So explainability by design for AI, you can see that we have the train, we have the model debugging, model visualization, qualitative assessments, we have evaluation and compliance testing, prediction, we have explainable decisions and API support. And in terms of monitoring, we have performance monitoring and fairness monitoring. But the most important thing is we have to debug, we have to diagnose, we have to have the feedback loop. That's the reason we all work on ODA loop: observe, decide, and act. So that's what I teach my students, the software engineering, that every time, remember everybody, that whatever the software comes, observe it, decide it, and if there is any problem, act on its solution, act on its improvement. So same everybody, why you are seeing this post. Now you can see, now I hope everybody use Facebook. You can see that if you are watching this ad, you can even see why you are seeing this post. This is called explanation. So that's why Facebook also say that why you don't want to see this. This is sexual, this is abuse content, or this, what is it? And then they get the comments. So similarly, if you're watching a video, then Facebook asks you, do you want more content to be seen like this? Then you say yes or no. Then it get explanation and it starts posting that content to you. In fact, today, if you are getting anything on social media, it is only depending on your own feedback and diagnostic cycle. And Facebook is actually reincarnating their model for specifically for you. That's the answer. Facebook cannot work without this explanation. So in terms of foundational techniques, you can see that we have the post hoc explanation of a given AI model, like individual predictions in terms of input features, influential examples, concepts. And of course, in terms of global prediction explanations, we can perform partial dependency plots. But we have to build a proper interpretable model in terms of logistic regressions, decision tree, and even if you talk of GAMs, or even if you talk of your local CNNs or RNNs or LSTM, bi-LSTM, whatever it is. So this is called example. So you can see one of the things. Credit lending in one of the black box. So what is the credit line? It increase query airline, and we have the credit lending model. So if the model says that, okay, your lending score is like, if you talk of your CIBIL score, it is wrong, the request is denied. So similarly today, if you talk of your resume assessment, it is wrong. You have these keywords? Yes. If you don't have these keywords, I can hack it. In fact, I can generate a resume depending on chat GPT by putting just job description, and it can recreate my resume. So remember everybody, we are living in a black box ML word today, but we need an explainable word with ethical responsibility in the near future. That's my answer. So this is the attribution problem. I hope everybody knows about the attribution problem of basic machine learning and deep learning. I will not explain to that, but I have already given you the examples with regard to attribution of image misclassification, with regard to lending prediction in terms of craft adversarial examples, and combining the attribution to craft rules. So that's what you can say in terms of the drug screening. So I just come to now this one. What is baseline? Now I hope everybody knows about the baseline. Now baseline is called information less input for the model. Now if you're working into NLP, if you're working into like basic called the models that are getting AI agents, or if you're working into healthcare, or if you're working into autonomous vehicles, the baseline is very important. Now remember everybody, these are some of the examples like black image for image models, empty text or zero embedding vector for text models. Very important. That's the reason as a researcher, sometimes when the thesis comes to me with regard to NLP or tokenization, I always say, explain your baselines. That's my very important example. So integrated gradients explain F input minus F baseline in terms of input features. So remember everybody, a man suffers from indigestion. Doctor blames it's a stomach ulcer. Wife blames that it is this one. Both are correct relatively to what baselines. Similarly, you can say that if I go to the hospital, that's I'm facing some fever from last 2 days and I'm having some vomiting, my urine is not okay, and my hand is shaking. It doesn't mean that some nurse can say, okay, sir, let me do the COVID test. Some person can say, sir, maybe you can have the brain tumor. Some person says, sir, it is like a weather change. Some person can even say that, sir, it is called a normal viral weather, viral temperature. So what it is, we have to find out the proper explanation with proper tests, everything. So this you can see in terms of original image, integrated gradients, and the clog image. And I think you can see the answer in terms of detecting a data issue, finding the attributions leading to radiologist markings, that is the original image, and integrated gradients for the top labels. Now, in terms of healthcare, NLP, this is one of the biggest data issue that needs to be pre-processed. That's why you need to have proper knowledge extraction pipeline. And that's the reason today, the models, if you talk of ML and DL, they have the accuracy to limited extent. The people are now moving towards transformers. When we talk of like encoder to decoder models are based on ChatGPT. So I will not go to the old models because today is explainable AI, but I will give you this presentation. And I just come to this one. Now, some limitations and caveats, you can see that if you talk of attributions, they are pretty shallow. So attributions don't explain what is the feature extractions, global parameters. And of course, we need the model that predicts true when there are even number of black pixels, and otherwise there will be false. Otherwise, depends. And these are some of the post explanations, that the prototypes, the criticism. And of course, if you talk of prototypes, it is representing all types of training data. And if you talk of criticism, this is a data instance that is not well represented by the set of prototypes. And so I just come to this one. So I hope everybody knows about the machine learning. I will not go to decision tree. This is all for you. So everybody, this is one of the case study where you can see that why today we are working on explainable AI. So this is called the case study when we have the LinkedIn talent search. Now today, LinkedIn is giving me the emails regularly that, sir, these are the positions that matches you. Sir, these are the positions you should be interested. So it is explaining me that there is a post that is matching to me, and it is explaining me that, sir, this is the post you should be interested. This is the post you should be watching. This is the post you could be the highest top employee person for that. So same, you can see recruiter searches for candidates. We have retrieval and ranking. We filter the candidates and rank candidates in multiple levels using ML models. But now we need extra level of explainable AI, that why this person is rejected and why this person is selected. And I just come to one more case study. That will be all for you. So in terms of problem solving, we can say that there is a model interpretation for predictive models in B2B sales predictions. So that's my answer. that if you want to go for B2B sales prediction, so random forest, gradient boosting, deep learning neural network, they are the answers. But remember, you have to undergo lots of baselines, remove the error, and of course, you need to add more explainability to the models. That's what I would like to explain to you for PPT number 2. And I will give you this PPT and to Pankaj sir after this presentation. You can all use it. It is very much well crafted with some examples, the models, whatever you want to have. So now the house is open for next 5 minutes for all of you. And after that, I will do some practical exercise with all of you with regard to YouTube. And I will show you some 4 or 5 websites which you should use in terms of AI. So most welcome with your questions again. Thank you. Pankaj sir, excuse me.
Yes, sir.
Now the house is open for 5 minutes, and after that we will have some hands-on session for 10 minutes. I will be telling some websites and YouTube channels, and then we go to the main slide for today. That will be XAI in smart cities, harnessing. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah. If anybody has any question, you are most welcome to tell them to give some feedback, or of course their questions or unmuting is most welcome.
Participants, if you have any type of question, you can unmute and talk, or otherwise you can also type in the chat box. Sir, I think there is no question.
Okay. So thank you, Mr. Jagdish. So please enjoying. So please keep on enjoying. I will be giving some hands-on demonstration now. Sir, we can start in 2 minutes. Still, I would like to give some time to them because more questions they want to ask with AI, because I'm a professor of AI and I'm doing lots of projects with AI, and you have already seen that. More you interact with me, more answers I can give it to you. If you have any problems with regard to your PhDs or masters, or if there is anything you want, you can let me know. Sir, can you see the YouTube website, please?
Yes, sir. Visible.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, sir, visible.
Okay. Now, everybody, I will show you some live YouTube channels. You should subscribe right now if you want to upgrade your AI knowledge. And of course, if you want to keep updated and with anything that is happening in the world of AI. And then I will be opening 5 to 6 websites for all of you. That will be a combination mixture of explainable AI and of course with regard to AI. And if you want me to do something specific website, most welcome. Okay. So everybody, these are some of the YouTube channels you should subscribe right now. So the first YouTube channel is in front of you, is called the AI Code King. So you can see that if you are looking for anything interesting with regard to coding, hands-on experience, language model agents, and if you talk of especially with regard to LLMs or how it is connected to ROG, NLP, everything is available in this YouTube channel. Now, the second YouTube channel is very important for you. It is called Word of AI. So if you want to know something with regard to code LLMs, with regard to new models that are coming, how to integrate them from Hugging Face to LM Studio, this is the answer for all of you. In fact, all the news that is coming in terms of AI every day, there is a YouTube video. The next YouTube channel is very important. It's called AI Revolution. So you can see right now a very beautiful demonstration with regard to OpenAI O3, and of course with regard to Falcon 3, Google's new VO2. So whatever the companies and industry is doing at any point of time for AI, you can get the best of the best results. After that, everybody, the next YouTube channel you should subscribe immediately is called the AI Advantage. So if you talk, they can see right now I tested 1000 tools. These are the 22. So if you talk of any hands-on experience with regard to Mid-Journey, Chat GPT, how to become a good prompt engineer, how to become a good AI master, what are the new tools that are coming, this is the answer for all of you. And you can even see the Chat GPT beginner course, which is again free of cost. Okay. Now, the next website, next YouTube channel, which I should give it to you, is called Digital AI World. Now, if you are really into cybersecurity and you want to mix up with regard to like hacking and AI tools, this is the answer for all of you. Okay. Now, the next YouTube channel which you should subscribe is this one, everybody. This is called Christopher Lawley. So if you are looking for some AI-based gadgets, what is happening with Apple, what is happening with Microsoft, this is the answer. So in fact, this man actually gives you that what are the AI apps you should install on your iPad, on your Android, or even on your computers. This is one of the master YouTube channels to perform practical hands-on training. Now, the next YouTube channel is very important for all of you, is called Prompt Engineering. Now, I hope everybody knows about prompt engineering. This is one of the top skills that you should learn already. You should have learned in 2024. But if you have not learned it, please go to this YouTube channel. And of course, you should learn prompt engineering in a very depth manner. But if anybody wants to learn, you can let me know. I can show you some resources. But otherwise, you can see right now the RAG Beyond Basics course. If you want to go for local agents, what are the local agents? Chat GPT for your PDF files. Lemma 2 means Chat GPT. What exactly are the AI tools? How to train your AI models on your machine? This is the answer. Now, the next YouTube channel, which is actually mind-blowing YouTube channel for all of you, is called Skill Leap AI. This is the answer. If you really want to master the Chat GPT tools or the latest AI tools, please keep a close eye on this YouTube channel. Now, the next YouTube channel, which is very important for all of you, is called the Chat GPT tutorials. Now, if you want to master Chat GPT tutorials, this is very important for all of you, that this is what the answer stands. How you can use Chat GPT to even master your Excel skills, how everything can be done with regard to coloring, the generation of images, everything is available on Chat GPT tutorials. You can see 300 videos right now. Okay. Now, the next YouTube channel which I should subscribe, you should subscribe, is Lifetime GPT, one of the very famous YouTube channels. And in fact, everything is done perfectly well. And if you say that this AI tool is like a paid tool, what are the free alternatives? You can see right now, free alternative to Chat GPT Advanced Voice Mode. Now, this voice mode is Explainable AI. So you should subscribe this. Now, the next YouTube channel is called the AI Jason. Now, I can 100% say you that if you really want to go for training your own LLM, like windsurf or taking your production activities, everything is available on this YouTube channel. And two more YouTube channels, two more YouTube channels, I should say to you. Everybody understand, if you ask me that, sir, I want to be an AI expert at the start of 2025 and I should always be ready to learn AI, this is the answer, everybody. AI Vault. That's the answer. So you can see right now the 40 AI tools that feel illegal to know. 14 most popular AI tools of 2024. Similarly, this man is making the videos. You can see right now the 7 days before video is called 15 AI tools that feels illegal to know. So all the tools that are being done in this YouTube channel are 99% they are free. And last but not the least, everybody, this is called the Planet AI. So if you only want to use for image and video generation, this is the answer. Now, everybody, I would like to share some practical demonstration for all of you. So the first practical demonstration is called, this one is called chatpdf.com. Now, rather than to you can say that read any research paper, you can upload your research paper here, and after that it will process and you can make this engine as a Chat GPT for your research paper. So similarly, you can see right now this research paper is in front of you. So I just say in front of you right now, summarize this paper in 100 words. Similarly, it will automatically summarize this paper automatically in front of me. So today, if your guide says to you, sir, you have 100 papers you have to read, don't read the papers. In fact, use this AI tool in order to read the paper. And above all, you can read maximum to maximum 50 pages paper, which I think it is free. And above all, 50 pages above paper, I don't think so you require in your PhD. Take your PhD only between 8 papers to 40 pages paper, which is equally very good. Okay. So remember everybody, this is the chat PDF website, and unlimited papers you can upload, unlimited papers you can chat, and unlimited queries you can make in one time. So even you can say summarize, or you can say rewrite the abstract. Now you can see the magic over here. Rewrite the abstract in 150 words. Now you can see I have generated the new abstract, which is actually having no artificial intelligence. Okay. So this is very magical website for all of you, how to read the paper, how to rewrite the paper and understand the paper immediately. Okay. The next website for all of you is called tinywow.com. Now, if you're looking for a website that can have all the PDF tools, the image tools, video tools, AI write, file tools, you can have that. And above all, every tool is free. But I would like to give you the demonstration with regard to write. So if you go to above here, you can see the paragraph writer. So just keep the topic like this, like AI in transportation. And after that, I just want the voice that should be professional, and I click on generate. So depending on the time that it will take like less than 1 minute, and it will generate the essay in front of you. And above all, this essay that will be generated, it will be generated with the basis of Chat GPT 4.0. And you can see right now. Okay, so similarly, you can increase your tone, you can increase the number of pages, whatever it is. In fact, you can even write the essay, you can even write an article, whatever you want to say, you can write number of paragraphs, education level, anything you can write. Now, this is a magical website for all of you. In fact, you can even, if your language has a problem, so you can even go for re-language writing with this website. Now, the next website which can make everything free of cost for you. Now, rather than to buy Chat GPT or anything or Gemma or everything, you can go to this website. It's called chat.notdiamond.ai. Remember this website. This is very important website for all of you. So you just have to log in with Google. So you can see here is my Google, everybody, my anandnayyar@gmail.com. And now I have already logged in, and you can see right now Chat GPT 4 is available. Now, similarly, I just give this one. I just give one prompt here. Write differences between deep learning and XAI in form of table with minimum 10 to 15 points. Press enter. Now remember everybody, now this is an AI engine which is actually taking control of many models, and it is using the top 2 models that can generate the best information, and those top 2 models will be generating information in front of you. And again, it is free, unlimited information you can generate in one day. No need to buy Chat GPT. So you can see a very beautiful explanations are coming in front of me. So after that, I just have to click on both are good. And you can see right now I'm using Llama 70 billion model and Gemini 1.5 flash model, which both are actually having the paid models. Now that's my answer to all of you. Now, after that, everybody, I would like you to install this one, everybody, on your computer, that is called LM Studio. So it is free. And after you download for Windows, which is free, you can even run all your models, that is Llama 2.0, Mistral, Phi, Gemma, DeepSeek, Qwen 2.5, free of cost. Now, after that, I hope everybody knows about this website, but I would like to show you another website called huggingface.co. Huggingface.co, it can give you all the data sets, all the spaces, post. And in fact, if you click on models, you can even go to video, text to text, or you can go for object detection. You can just click on object detection and see what kind of model you want to use, and you can use that model right now. So similarly, you can see I have already using the object detection with the image. So just have to upload the image, and you can see the person. And this is the problem here, that it is getting the data only. But with explainable artificial intelligence, I can even get the picture explained, that there are these 3 people, and then this can even identify with LLM that who is Messi, who is Ronaldo, and they are doing this football play. So you can imagine everybody with LLM models and with explainable AI, the image explanations and everything becomes to the next level. Now, let me open one. And everybody, now I'm going to show you very important thing. So I've already prepared this notes for all of you. This is the document notes, but you can't download it. So I'm giving you this link right now on your chat bot, on your chat box. Okay. So Ishan Buddhi Raja has given me the question, how can we protect our paragraph from AI plagiarism? In fact, the AI similarity should not be 5%. In fact, I will show you one website where the AI plagiarism can even go to 0% and you can generate the, you can say information from AI with 100%. Don't worry. So this is the Ninja tools, everybody. And you can see that I've already given you this website and it comprises of everything with regard to what is happening with regard to the explanations and everything. This is where we are working and we are increasing our knowledge with more than 10,000 tools coming by January 2025. Okay. Now, everybody, I would like to go to another website, but I will take only 5 more minutes because I have to go for one more. So if you want to generate the prompts, you have to go for this website, everybody. That is called junia.ai/tool/prompt generator. Now, right now, if I say right now, difference between in fact, I will show you how to hack ChatGPT if the time allows to me. Okay, no problem. I just take another one. So right now you can go to this originality.ai. So what I have to do is to just type the prompt. Now I type the prompt with 0 short prompting. Now it will automatically convert to few short prompting. Few short prompting means when everything becomes with proper keyword. Now see, now same the query, difference between deep learning and explainable AI. Now see this is a very basic prompt and the information will be generated very basic. So what I do, I just click on generate, and with this prompt generator with artificial intelligence and powerful NLP technology, it will actually regenerate the prompt for me, which is the best prompt that you can see. Now you can see the prompt, explain the difference, define this, and define that. Now if I copy this prompt, now the information that will be generated with AI will be the next level. Now, the next website which I would like to give you is called HIX with regard to the chat GPT. Now, this is the answer, everybody. That is called hix.ai. So if anything you want to type, if you want to like regenerate your information without anything, you can say that generated from AI, or you want to humanize the text. So you can humanize with this one. So similarly, you can just search on AI humanizer generator. And there is a website called this website, which I would like to show you. It's called this one, perchance.org. So similarly, if I want to just generate some information, or I've generated that information from that tiny wow, you can come here and you can generate the information which will be rewriting that information for you. Similarly, you can go to this website also, that is called writehuman.ai. So similarly, if I generate some information from chat.notdiamond, so if I just say, what is cloud computing and explain in 50 words. So this is very, very natural thing. I just want to give you some demonstration. Okay, so I just copy this. And you can see right now I'm again using GPT-4o mini. So I just copy this and I paste it here and I just say, write human, agree and continue. And you can see it will process. And now the text that is being generated, it is actually a perfect text that is written from human being. So that's how you can generate the words, but it is maximum having capacity. At one time, you can generate 200 words. So you can copy paste and you can generate the words. Now, the next the next website which I would like to give you is called opentools.ai. Now, if you want to see any of the complete AI tools list, what is happening in terms of video, audio, or anything with regard to custom prompt generator, this is the answer for everybody. And in fact, you can see the latest tools that are being launched today. So these are the latest tools that you can see with all the explanations, and most of the tools are free. So in fact, if you want to search the tool, you can even search the tools also. Okay. So now one of the website which I would like to share with you, this is the one, Llama Coder. Now you can see, everybody, that if you talk of turning your idea into an app, so just say just I want to say, generate a tic-tac-toe game. Now see what is the magic going to happen. So it is generating the code in front of you and it is automatically building the app for me. Now with the power of machine learning and advanced deep learning models, the app will be generated in front of you. And you can see right now, I'm playing tic-tac-toe in front of you. Yes, the winner is X. So similarly, if you want to add more things in terms of this app, you want to change the background, you want to change the colors, everything can be taken care of. Okay. So this is how this was a little based demonstration. I hope everybody has enjoyed the demonstration. But if you now have a particular basic thing you want me to demonstrate, no, I cannot share the Word file consisting of all the links. I'm sorry, because it is not the lecture for AI tools. This is a lecture for Explainable AI. This is just an add-on knowledge that I've given to you. So sorry, but the link that I can give it to you, it is available over there. You can get the recording. And of course, if you need any specific website, I can give you ocean of knowledge information. So Pankaj sir, within 1 minute, we will start with the last part of our lecture today. I hope everybody is enjoying. You can please take the feedback.
Sir, we are enjoying very much. In fact, it was so delightful to visit your drone lab and sitting in the campus itself. It was such a overwhelming thing to watch the drone lab, plus the websites that you have mentioned, open source software websites that you have mentioned. It will definitely help all the participants in their pursuit of research or in their pursuit of finding something for their further studies and queries. Sir, it was so heartening to say that our next session is in schedule, and as per schedule, we have to invite the next our resource person.
Okay.
So
I have how much time I have?
I think, sir, another couple of minutes.
Okay, sure. I'll just start with my last presentation very soon.
Okay.
Can you see the presentation, madam?
It is definitely, yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. So everybody, I hope you have got the idea with regard to explainable AI and what is about explainable AI for industry. And now I start with the last presentation for today. That will be explainable AI for smart cities. So you can see everybody that if you talk of explainable artificial intelligence, if you talk of information technologies and Internet of Things, these are very important components for smart cities. And in order to make these technologies efficient, you have to make them eco-friendly, more productive and flexible. And that's the answer. Artificial intelligence is doing lots of things, and we can make our cities efficient in terms of energy, temperature, education, health, human services, water, air quality management. And of course, explainable artificial intelligence in smart city is a very crucial part. We can say in terms of integration with deep learning, big data, IoT architecture, we can perform lots of computational solutions, and we can perform these systems very close to the users, called the black boxes. So if you talk of explainable AI, everybody, the most important thing is to perform fair and ethical making. And that's what my answer is, that make your model fair, ethical, but trustworthy. And of course, it should have the explainability features. And of course, it should have the privacy. So you can see if you talk of the mathematical things, it should answer the question, how did that happen? So important thing is very important today with AI, that how this is happening, what is the code that is being running, how accuracy is the code, and the complex machine learning models are basically focused for XA research. So if you talk of XA definition, so XA is basically a method that how the humans understand how the output is generated using machine learning and deep learning output. And we can have the AI assisted decision making, which means AI becomes more sophisticated. Humans face difficulty during comprehension and everything becomes in black box. But today, black box models are only deep learning and ensembles. But explainable AI can give it like a white box and a glass box model in which you can have the straightforward approach how to understand the results. Now, this is the answer, everybody, that what is the difference between AI and XAI, which I've already given to you in slide number 1. And I hope now you have no problem that what is a training data, ML process, learned function, everything will remain the same, but I will add explainable model so that the user explanation interface can be the best of its class. So in terms of emerging technologies, I can say that if you talk of smart cities, we have blockchain, IoT, big data, 5G, digital twins, XR, AR, computer vision. I can talk millions of technologies today. But remember, machine learning and deep learning models were only based on basic called interpretation, non-intuitiveness. But now if there is any accident that is detected, it will give the police that why this accident has happened and what is the casualty on the accident, and they can immediately go to the ambulance care centers. Similarly, everybody into terms of cyber security, computer vision problems, traffic congestion, self-driving cars, intrusion detection system, everything can be explained and validated with XAI. So if you talk of XA for blockchain, it can perform with two crucial challenges: that how we can have cross-layer implementation of blockchain technology in cloud environments, and how these blockchain technologies can be done in order to make the data more secure and centralized and decentralized. That's my answer, that tomorrow, if you want to integrate security in smart cities, it will be on blockchain, but it will be the next level of XAI. So these are some of the applications for XA for blockchain: customer profile assessment, medical imaging, auditing, real-time decisions. But I will give you this presentation. You can have this presentation with me, and you can use it for more explanation. But I would like to try to wind up in next 2 minutes. So you can see, everybody, if you talk of the smart cities, we have the XA models and interfaces with regard to banking applications, medical applications, finance applications, and we have XI based multiple agents. Now you understand that why we need the AI agents today. And with blockchain technology, we add extra layer of protection, and we can explain that what is the customer requirement. We can explain how, when, where, who created the patient's data. We can have explanation with regard to banking and financial transactions. We can even recommend that, okay, sir, you can even get the message or an email from the banking that, sir, from long time you didn't logged in from your bank account, and we have observed that there is some money transaction happening. So please log in and validate the transaction. So you can imagine, everybody, that XA for blockchain is one of the next level requirements to keep security and privacy to the highest grade, because it is using SHA 256-bit encryption. Now this is IoT. So if you talk of the IoT for XA, we have the smart building, protective care, accidental prevention, traffic management. And if you add XA models, and with the CDSS system and Lime framework, we can explain the theft, explain the real-time information of the data. We can have traffic conditions, and we can identify the intruders, make machine learning decisions about patients' data, protect the fatal accidents, and identify the traffic conditions. Now, if you talk of XA for big data, this is my answer, that with regard to customer segmentation, the big malls, state information, passport information, government information, or Aadhaar card information, you can have connected to the multi-agent system, decision support system, healthcare systems, and we can get the proper explanation of your coverage, correct stocks, anomalies, supply chain data. And these are some of the applications where you can perform your research: customer segmentation, stock prediction, health analytic of the elderly, business analytics for supply chain. Now, each and every application is not like this one. We can even enhance it, and you can make your research paper depending on the architecture that you can observe with ML model, with XA layer, with some prediction and some real-time case study, and you can take the research paper. And trust me, making research paper for XA is not that much complicated if you talk of basic mathematical modeling of neural networks. So this is the XA for digital twins, and I hope everybody knows about the digital twin. So if I have this mobile phone and I'm from Samsung and I want to test this mobile phone, so rather than to make a mobile phone with 100 pieces and give it to the customers and wait for the feedback, I create a digital twin, or I can say a simulation model in the computer, and I can do the testing like a very stress testing. And if there is any problem, we can do into that particular simulation, and then we can create a perfect mobile phone. Similarly, if you want to talk of the perfect smart city, we can do the machine learning simulation. We can perform information models. We can have the proper sensors that are being connected. So that's the area where I'm working. So if you want to implement 5G network in the smart city, then we can completely digital twin that smart city, and we can identify the towers so that we can have less number of towers, and we can have the maximum number of coverage with a high speed network efficiency. So I hope everybody knows about the XA for computer vision. Now, this was my presentation, everybody. Thank you so much for inviting me. And now the house is open for next 5-6 minutes for your questions, and that will be all. I will give these two presentations to Mr. Pankaj, and Mr. Pankaj will give it to you. Don't worry. And now, please, I would like to give you my details for the contact of mine. So everybody, you can just search me on Google anytime. In fact, my Google search is more than like Shah Rukh Khan. So Google, you can search me. LinkedIn, you can add me over there. My all announcements of everything is coming to LinkedIn. And of course, if you're talking about, you can say my email. This is my personal email. And this is my official email. Mr. Pankaj is already giving my details to all of you. So this is my WhatsApp number, only WhatsApp, because I'm in Vietnam. This is my Indian number. So please don't call. But if you want to call me on WhatsApp or call me on the message. I will be sharing that reply to you. So this is my WhatsApp number. Thanks all for the invitation and listening.
Well, thank you, sir. It was a very
In fact, madam, this was, you will be happy to know that this is today is 21st of December. This was my last presentation for 2024.
okay. So we have academic Shah Rukh Khan here. So I think the thumbs up sign was indicating that how much the popularity of this academic Shah Rukh Khan's lecture was too much. So that was so great to hear you, sir, here, and good to know about so many AI tools. And hope the participants will be liking it. And if you have any queries, you can put to Dr. Nair.
Sure. I can wait for 1 or 2 minutes if there is any query, but
Okay.
it depends on them.
Good afternoon, sir. I have a query, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Dr. Meenakshi, go ahead, please.
Yeah. Sir, if we use these editors like the chat PDF and we upload our research paper or any paragraph, is there chances to increase the plagiarism or no,
Madam,
sir?
right now, madam, if you are using the proper AI humanizer, then trust me, there is almost a limited chance that that there will be no AI plagiarism. But still, I would like to request you that you can test it. But I have tested that AIX, HIX website, because I don't say that I'm using this, but I have tested this 100 times on Turnitin and iAuthenticate because I have access to all the softwares. But remember, but till date, I have not seen any plagiarism of AI which is more than 3%. That's my answer. In fact, today I'm not discussing AI agents. In fact, I can tell you one website that you can even generate your own research paper also. That is 100% AI fail proof, foolproof. I can say that.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, but today I'm not on the AI agents. So, but in the future, if Pankaj sir wants to invite me again, I can give some presentation with regard to AI agents, and of course like AI tools, something like that.
Surely, son, we will design our next faculty development program, keeping in mind our query that has come from one of our participants, and I'm sure you will be on board to address these queries.
In fact, madam, I would like to share some news with you.
Okay.
Yesterday, there was a case study. Because we are all like a cyber security group here. Because I'm a professional hacker. Basically, I'm a
Okay.
professional hacker. So I was like sitting on my mobile phone, and we just connected our phone to some of the Kali-based databases and everything. And after that, what we did, we just managed one API from a language model from ChatGPT into our Kali Linux. And I just asked the Kali Linux generate gather all the information of the Wi-Fi's that are connected to me and there, and getting the beacon frames. Like suppose if you on your Wi-Fi, you are getting all the SSID. It is getting the beacon frames from your Wi-Fi models. Okay, you understand of the wireless communication. So I just asked the ChatGPT, can you access all these Wi-Fi's and give me some passwords? You will be shocked to know, madam, that I was connected to 90 Wi-Fi's and I was able to hack all their passwords in less than like 65, like one minute, I can say that. And after that, I just asked the chat GPT that can you combine the speed of that one, ma'am? You will be shocked to know that I was able to download a 2160p one, which is called a 4K movie within less than like 2 minutes and 24 seconds with that. So now it depends that what kind of brute force attack that it was happened in just 60 in just like 1 minute, and how I was able to gather all that sensitive information. In fact, most of the Wi-Fi routers were protected with AES. Now I ask you the question: is the AES secure? I cracked it in less than 60 seconds now.
I don't think so. The
That was
scenario was presented by, I think, the Avengers movie Age of Ultron, and that was
that
very
actually
shocking.
the movies, but now the movies are becoming the real. But now we are working on the next
Yes,
level.
yes.
In fact, today I'm not. In fact, today I'm not in my lab because actually some construction is going on. In fact, we are making a particular portable computer. I would have shown you a particular portable computer. You just have to on the Wi-Fi and just connect your Wi-Fi dongle and just do some commands from your mobile phone. We are making some apps. Trust me, madam, it is like a walk-away hacking device that is in front of you. So nobody can track it because it is having like authentication with SHA 256 bit. So we are making my own portable hacking.
Cybersecurity to go in the next few years.
Yeah.
Lots of work on cybersecurity to go.
Absolutely.
So, sir, we have to unfortunately end this session here.
No, not unfortunate.
Thank
It's
you.
okay. It's okay. No problem.
Thank you so much, sir, for sparing or being generous with your time and being generous with your knowledge. And you shared very quite a few helpful things and insightful things on the session was devoted to the participants. So once again, a huge round of thank you from here. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. And presentations will be shared to Mr. Pankaj.
Okay, definitely.
Maybe after 15, 20 minutes because I just have
Okay,
to
okay.
myself.
Thank you, sir.